Hello, and welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who's been looking for a way to create more meaningful connections with women, not through tricks or games, but through genuine, grounded confidence, you're in precisely the right place today. In today's video, we're diving into something deceptively simple, yet incredibly powerful. A communication technique based on two small words that can dramatically change how women perceive you. These aren't magic words in a fairy tale sense, but when used with clarity and authenticity, they unlock a level of attraction that feels natural and effortless. This is not about pickup lines, manipulation, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about tapping into your natural leadership, emotional clarity, and sense of purpose. All core elements of true, quiet confidence. We'll explore why these two words work so well, their psychology, and how you can start using them immediately to strengthen your connections, whether meeting someone new, deepening a relationship, or simply building your everyday presence. Make sure you stay with me to the end of the video because I'll also be sharing a 7-day challenge that can help you internalize this technique and start seeing fundamental changes, not just in dating, but in every area of your life. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Let's get started. 1. The power hidden in two simple words, sometimes. What shifts the dynamic between a man and a woman is not grand gestures or elaborate strategies, but something far simpler. 2 words. Words that, when delivered with quiet confidence and genuine presence, hold a surprising psychological weight. They are not magic spells whispered into the air, yet they can reshape how a woman experiences you in conversation and connection. The 2 words are, I understand. Spoken sincerely, they unlock something fundamental in human psychology, the need to feel seen, heard, and valued. When you say, I understand, you are not just acknowledging her words, but validating her emotions and experiences without trying to fix or judge them immediately. This makes you stand out from most men who rush to offer solutions when all she truly craves is empathy. Why do these 2 words carry so much power? Because they meet women where they live emotionally. Women are often more attuned to relational nuances and emotional currents than men. When a man steps into that space, not with resistance or dismissal, but with presence, he bridges a gap that most never attempt to cross. She feels safer with you, more connected, and strangely more drawn toward you without fully understanding why. Integrating these 2 words into daily conversations does not mean parroting them without thought. They must come from a place of genuine attention. Listen not just to the facts, but to the feelings underneath. Whether she shares a minor annoyance or a deep frustration, pausing to say, I understand, builds a foundation of trust and emotional intimacy that few men ever create. It is not complexity that women fall for, it is resonance. Sometimes, when said at the right time with the right intention, the simplest words create an echo in her heart that she cannot ignore. The quietest truths often leave the most lasting impression in a world overflowing with noise. 2. The hidden reason many men fail to spark attraction. In the early stages of connection, many men believe that being endlessly accommodating and agreeable will win a woman's heart. They think politeness will naturally spark desire, and an easygoing attitude will make them seem more lovable. Yet what often happens instead is a gradual fading of interest, a quiet cooling of the energy that once seemed to spark between them. The truth is that over-accommodating behavior subtly signals a lack of certainty. Phrases like, we can do whatever you want, or, I don't know, you decide, may sound polite, but they carry an unintended message. A man who does not know what he wants and would rather defer than lead. And while flexibility is valued in a healthy relationship, at the beginning of attraction, decisiveness speaks louder. Women are wired to respond to confidence, not arrogance, not domination, but quiet, decisive certainty. A man who can suggest a plan, can take the lead in simple choices, showing more than good taste. He trusts himself. That trust is magnetic. It creates a sense of safety and excitement because she knows he can hold his ground and invite her into a world he believes in. Attraction is not built through perfect agreement. It is built through the subtle dance of strength and openness, where a man's ability to choose reveals the depth of his character. When a man loses himself in constant accommodation, he unknowingly erases the qualities that create desire. Leadership is not about controlling. It is about guiding with presence. When a woman feels that presence, she is drawn to something solid, something real. And in a world full of uncertainty, that realness is irresistible. 3. The two words that change everything. In the silent dance between men and women, two words often determine whether a man commands respect or fades into confusion. Those two words are simple yet transformative. I want. When spoken with clarity and confidence, they carry a weight that shifts the atmosphere of any interaction. I want is not just a statement of desire, but a declaration of leadership, certainty, and self-assurance. Women instinctively respond to confidence. When a man says, I want, he removes the clouds of doubt and ambiguity that often shroud communication. There is no second-guessing his intentions. He does not leave her to wonder, interpret, or fill in the blanks. He shows he is clear about who he is and what he seeks. This directness is like a lighthouse in a fog-covered sea, saturated with passivity and mixed signals. The power of I want lies in its ability to position a man as a leader, not in the sense of control or dominance, but in guiding the connection with purpose. Leadership invites trust, and trust invites deeper emotional investment. Women feel safe when they can rely on a man's decisiveness because it signals emotional maturity and stability. Saying I want doesn't just clarify desires. It establishes a frame where both people know where they stand without unnecessary games. Many men hesitate, fearing that expressing their wants might seem selfish or too forward. Yet the opposite is true. Hesitation breeds uncertainty and kills attraction. A man who cannot state his desires will be seen as unsure of himself, and uncertainty is not magnetic. By contrast, a man who says, I want to see you this weekend, or I want us to spend more time together, is not demanding. He is inviting connection with strength and vulnerability intertwined. At the core, women are not looking for perfection. They are drawn to clarity. They want to feel that the man before them knows what he is doing, even if life around them is messy. I want eliminates the fog and invites her into something real. When a man consistently communicates with this kind of openness, he separates himself from the masses, who either hide their intentions or hope to be understood without speaking. In relationships, uncertainty corrodes trust while clarity builds it. A man who embraces the simplicity and the power of I want stands not only as a leader in her eyes, but as a man deeply connected to his own heart, a combination that is almost impossible to resist. So how do you apply I want concretely in real life? Here are some simple and practical examples. 1. When asking a woman out, your approach speaks volumes before the words leave your mouth. A weak, hesitant invitation like, hey, if you want, we could maybe grab a drink sometime, might seem harmless at first glance, but it carries an undercurrent of uncertainty. It's passive, it's not clear, and it doesn't position you as someone who knows what he wants. Women appreciate confidence, and while a soft approach may seem polite, it doesn't show leadership or decisiveness. A better way, a direct, confident statement like, I want to take you out for dinner this Friday. This approach is assertive, but not overbearing. It communicates your interest, intent, and willingness to lead the interaction. There's no questioning. There's no hesitation. You're not waiting for permission. You're inviting her into your plans. And while it's important to express your desires clearly, it's equally important to recognize that her response is just as crucial. If she's unavailable or uninterested, it's perfectly fine. Confidence doesn't crumble in the face of rejection. It simply moves forward, knowing that not every connection will align. In the end, the key is clarity and confidence. When you ask her out, show her you know what you want and can easily lead an interaction. But always remember, confidence is not about demanding an outcome. It's about asserting your intentions respectfully and clearly. That's the real strength. 2. When starting a conversation, the timid approach might sound like, hey, I was wondering if we could talk. This often signals insecurity, hesitation, and fear of rejection. It's a subtle invitation for doubt to creep in and can leave the other person wondering about your confidence level or intention. On the other hand, a more confident approach immediately shifts the dynamic. I want to get to know you better. Let's talk. This isn't just a statement, it's a declaration. It shows clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose. You're not asking for permission or worrying about how the other person will react. You're simply taking control of the moment and expressing what you want. Women are naturally drawn to men who are secure in themselves. They appreciate directness, not because it's assertive, but because it shows self-assurance. When you express your desires openly, it signals to her that you know what you want and can make it happen. This kind of communication sets the stage for more genuine interactions, allowing both parties to connect on a deeper level. Confidence doesn't have to be loud or boastful. It's in how you carry yourself and the ease with which you communicate your intentions. Clear, confident communication not only makes the conversation flow more smoothly, but it also lays the foundation for a meaningful connection. It's about showing that you're comfortable with who you are, which makes you all the more intriguing. 3. In any ongoing relationship, it's easy to fall into the trap of being too accommodating, too eager to please. You might think that saying, whatever you want is fine, makes you seem easygoing and considerate. But this pattern can silently chip away at your presence in the relationship over time. When you let her make all the decisions, when you don't voice your desires, it can come across as passivity. And while it may seem like you're being selfless, the truth is you're losing the opportunity to lead and build a deeper connection. The problem lies in the lack of participation. A relationship thrives on balance, where both partners feel heard, valued, and engaged. Constantly deferring to her preferences may initially feel like peacekeeping, but it eventually weakens your position and leaves her carrying all the responsibility. She starts to feel the weight of always having to make decisions, and that's not an equal partnership. She may appreciate the gesture at first, but over time, it's hard to sustain a relationship where one person is entirely passive and the other feels unsupported. Instead of letting the relationship unfold around her choices, take an active role. Lead with consideration. For example, instead of deflecting decisions, say, I want to spend more time with you this weekend. Let's plan something fun together. This simple shift gives you both agency in the relationship. It shows that you care about her happiness but also have your desires. You're not overstepping by leading, you're engaging with her and inviting collaboration. A healthy relationship is one where both voices matter equally and partners share in the planning and excitement of what comes next. Balancing active participation with empathy is key. Expressing precise desires doesn't mean overruling hers. It means showing up, offering ideas, and making space for you to create something meaningful together. A relationship thrives when both individuals feel empowered. And by leading with both confidence and consideration, you show that you're not just present, but invested in making the relationship stronger. 4. Expressing the desire to meet again after a first date. The moment the date ends is crucial. It's when your actions, or lack of them, speak louder than words. If you're genuinely interested in seeing her again, don't leave things hanging with a vague, maybe we can meet again if you're free. That uncertainty doesn't show the level of interest or commitment she needs to feel secure in the connection. Instead, clarify your intentions with something direct like, I want to see you again. Let's plan something for next weekend. This approach does more than confirm your interest. It highlights your ability to lead and take initiative. Women find leadership attractive because it communicates confidence and the ability to make decisions. By suggesting a specific plan, you demonstrate that you're not just passively waiting for her to decide. You're showing that you're eager to continue building on what you've started. The way you phrase your desire to meet again makes all the difference. A woman who hears a direct and clear invitation knows you're serious about getting to know her more. It tells her that you're someone who takes action and values the time you spent together. It's not about being aggressive, but rather assertive enough to show her you're invested in seeing where this connection could go. This blend of honesty and confidence makes you stand out in her eyes. She wants to feel wanted, but more importantly, she wants to feel like you're making an effort. With a simple, clear invitation to meet again, you're setting the stage for the next step, turning the spark of the first date into something tangible and exciting. 5. Flirting during a conversation. Flirting doesn't always have to be overt. Sometimes the most effective way to spark attraction is through subtle, emotionally intelligent conversation. Asking her, "I want to know what makes you smile the most," goes beyond casual small talk. It signals genuine interest in her happiness, a curiosity about the moments that light her up from within. This question isn't just a playful attempt at drawing her attention, it's an invitation for her to reveal something deeply personal. It shows that you're actively engaging with her emotions, seeking to connect with her on a level beyond the surface. By using "I want," you are not passively waiting for her to share. You are taking the lead in creating a space where she feels comfortable opening up. Your emotional tone here isn't about impressing her with your words, but making her feel seen and heard in the dance of conversation. This subtle shift in focus, asking about what brings her joy, does something powerful. It shifts the interaction from routine banter to a more intimate exchange, allowing her to feel like she's not just another face in the crowd, but someone worth getting to know on a deeper level. The question becomes a doorway to connection, gently pulling her into a space where she can let down her guard and explore the parts of herself she may not always share. In a world where too many conversations feel rushed and superficial, asking the right questions can be the difference between just another chat and a meaningful connection that lingers long after the conversation ends. 6. Proposing a relationship milestone. A relationship grows when both partners actively shape it, pushing it forward with clear intentions. A simple yet powerful way to signal that you want to take things to the next level is by suggesting a shared experience that requires both of you to step outside your usual routine. Proposing a short getaway together, just the two of you for example, can speak volumes about your commitment and desire for more depth. Saying something like, "I want us to take a short trip together, just the two of us," does more than suggest a break from daily life. It is decisive in its clarity, showing her you are ready to invest in the relationship. At the same time, it's inclusive, framing the experience as something you'll share. This signals that you see her as part of your future and are ready to build something lasting. Psychologically, this kind of proposal is effective because it highlights your willingness to invest in the moment, in the journey ahead. It reveals that you're serious about the relationship and offering her an opportunity to join you moving forward. It's a gentle test of her commitment too. If she agrees, it strongly indicates that she is also ready to deepen the connection. There's power in simplicity. It doesn't need to be a grand gesture to make her see that you value and want to nurture the relationship. Sometimes all it takes is one thoughtful suggestion, a small trip, that could be the start of a bigger adventure. The right woman will see the potential for growth and embrace the chance to explore that future with you. Confidence versus arrogance. Walk the line carefully, however. A man must act and understand how he presents himself for this journey to be sustainable. This brings us to a key element, the balance between confidence and arrogance. Confidence is a powerful trait in a man. It's magnetic. It commands respect and it fosters trust. But a dangerous line can easily be crossed from confidence into arrogance. When a man's assertiveness becomes an expectation, it becomes a major turnoff. Understanding the difference can be the key to maintaining a healthy relationship dynamic. For instance, if you say, "I want us to go out for dinner tomorrow," and she responds with, "I can't, I have plans," your next move will reveal whether you're confident or arrogant. A confident man will accept her plans and suggest another option. "No problem, how about Saturday instead?" You've stated your desire, but you've done so with flexibility, respect for her time, and understanding of her needs. On the other hand, arrogance shows up in inflexibility. It's when your desires become demands, and any deviation from your plan is met with irritation or dismissal. "I want it now," or "it's not a big deal," is how arrogant. It refuses to accept that her schedule, feelings, and autonomy matter as much as yours. Confidence is knowing what you want. Arrogance is expecting to get it without regard for the other person. The difference is subtle but impactful. Confidence builds trust and connection. Arrogance creates distance and frustration. You show emotional maturity when you approach relationships with genuine respect for your desires and hers. It's not about always getting your way. It's about navigating the space between desires and compromise, offering a partnership where both feel valued. In relationships, as in life, the balance keeps things healthy and attractive. Stand firm in your wants, but always remain adaptable to the people around you. Confidence is magnetic. Arrogance is repellent. And the key to a fulfilling partnership is walking that fine line with grace. 7-day challenge. Master the I want technique. To do that, building solid self-confidence is indispensable. A practical way to start is a 7-day challenge. Master the I want technique. Confidence is often the most attractive quality in a person, and it's not something you have to be born with. It's something you can actively cultivate. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to project confidence is through decisive language, and one phrase in particular stands out: I want. The difference between I might and I want isn't just in words, it's in the energy you bring. This isn't about being domineering or overbearing. It's about showing clarity and intention in your actions and decisions. For the next 7 days, make it a goal to use I want at least 5 times a day, not just in your dating life, but in all areas of life. When you speak with purpose, you shift how people perceive you. They will no longer see someone unsure or passive, but someone who knows what they want and takes steps toward it. Instead of saying, "I guess I'll go to the gym," assert, "I want to hit the gym today." Instead of wondering if you might try that new restaurant, make it clear, "I want to check out that new place." When you make these subtle changes in your language, you start to change how you move through the world. People are drawn to individuals who take initiative because it signals strength and stability. Throughout this challenge, you'll notice a shift in how others respond to you and how you feel about yourself. Confidence builds when you become comfortable expressing desires and making decisions without hesitation. This practice won't just make you more attractive, it will make you more magnetic in every aspect of your life. Final thoughts. When it comes to building meaningful connections, it's not about memorizing clever lines or playing mind games. It's about stepping fully into your confidence. Using simple but powerful words like "I want" allows you to express yourself with clarity, leadership, and authenticity, naturally drawing others to you. Real attraction isn't based on trying to please everyone or avoiding rejection. It's built on the quiet strength of knowing what you desire and standing firmly in that truth, without arrogance or fear. By consistently practicing decisive, confident communication, you become more attractive to women and develop greater respect for yourself You stop seeking validation and instead invite others to join the life you're actively shaping. Remember, leadership is not about control. It's about offering direction with openness and respect. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried using the I want technique in your conversations? What changes did you notice in how people responded to you? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. And if you found today's video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more practical advice on building authentic confidence and stronger relationships. See you next time.